Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Friday, May 24th, Major League Baseball. Full slate of games again going on here, so we've got 15 games going on. If you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. Secondly, we fade or follow 4 teams, and we play and we bet in those games. Dodgers, Cubs, Orioles, and Royals. Now, we do give you we will go through the whole schedule of games, give you some plays or leans inside of those games to play as well, but we do focus on those 4 teams to make a life a little bit easier, as baseball is a lot of games, a lot of teams, and takes a lot of time if you're trying to follow the whole damn league. So, on that one there. So, first game up on the schedule, 3:40 out here in Phoenix, 6:40 Eastern time. We've got the Tigers and the Blue Jays in that one there. Alex Manoah, Matt Manning pitching in that one. In Detroit, Manoah, normally I'd say it's just like National Patrick Corbin Day. That's the way Manoah is. He did pitch pretty well in the last outing here. Tigers got absolutely destroyed in Kansas City the last 3. I think they lost like 36-5 basically in the 3 games. So, but Detroit much better offensively at home. And I expect Manning to he got shelled in his last outing, probably pitch a little bit better. And Alex Manoah cannot go from good to absolutely horrible to great. So that normally doesn't happen here. So we would take the Tigers. They are like minus 102, so a little bit of the dog here as well. Blue Jays offensively struggle as well, so could see a low-scoring game here, total at 8.5. Maybe a 5-2 game, 5-1, something to that effect. But the Blue Jays offense is nothing to write home about, so do like the Tigers here in this one. It's probably what we'll be taking a look at there. Next game up, 6:40 Eastern time, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. It's not on the board yet, so there are going to be a couple games we're going to go through that are not on the board. So just we'll give you kind of leans there, and then have to make some decisions based on money lines and stuff. But Braves, Pirates. Braves just get off of winning another game against the Cubs, because the Cubs offensively just absolutely suck, and you could score 0 runs in that one. So, and only got a few hits, crazy. Falter though pitching for Pittsburgh in that one. Braves offense has not been there, and that's really been their problem so far this season. They've lost the games. It's games they needed to score 4 to 5 runs, which for last year's offense was not a big deal. Marcell Ozuna's been fantastic. Ozzie Albies has been good. Arcia's been good. The one that's really kind of stung them, or there's actually 2. First one's Acuna. Second one is Matt Olson. Both those guys have really struggled so far this season. Obviously, Austin Riley's not in the lineup. He's out hurt. So they have, they got some injuries going on as well. But we would roll with the Braves in this one. I expect them to be a favorite, but still roll with the Braves. We would lean that way. Next game up, Mariners, Nationals. It is at, let's see here, 3:45 out here in Phoenix, 6:45 Eastern time. Not a starting pitcher for the Nationals, not announced as of yet. Kirby for the Mariners. Kirby's pitched well, but not well enough for the Mariners to get some wins. I'll be really honest with you here on this game here. We like the Nationals if they can put out, a decent starting pitcher on this one. But the Nationals at home tend to score some runs. We would like the Nationals in this particular matchup. Next game up, 3:50 out here in Phoenix, 6:50 Eastern time in this one. This game as well, not on the board as of yet, and I'm kind of shocked here that it's not, as both starting pitchers have been announced. And it's Seth Lugo for the Royals heading to Tampa Bay, as the Royals were dominant on that homestand. Now they're about 500 on the road. Armstrong pitching for Tampa Bay, the right-hander. And to be really honest here, Lugo has been Cy Young worthy so far this season in the American League. He's 7-1 with the ERA under 1.8, going against Armstrong, who struggled. The Tampa Bay offense overall has struggled tremendously in this one. Although Lugo's given up a couple dingers in each of the last 2 games and allowed a couple runs, he's still pitching phenomenally. And if you hold a team to 2 runs as a starter and you get them 5, 6, 7 innings, which Lugo's been doing, your team should win that game. So we are going to play the Royals money line. I don't know about the run lines as of yet, as like I said, not posted. Also, Royals over their team total. We'll also play him in the first 3, 5, and 7 innings once the lines get posted as well. We also like Bobby Witt, MJ Melendez in this one as well. So Bobby Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. MJ Melendez, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. So one more time, Royals, Tampa Bay Rays. Royals money line. Then once this line is announced, once again, we'll play the run lines as well. Royals over their team total. We'll also play in first 3, 5, and 7 innings once we get a line posted. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. MJ Melendez, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up. Let's see here. As we lose our place, right? So 7-10 out at East, 4-10 here in Phoenix. Dodgers and Reds. Dodgers come off an absolute embarrassment the last 2 games offensively against the Diamondbacks. Trust me, it hit my wallet just as much as it hit their offensive pride, I'm sure, on that one. Let's see. So Dodgers right now, about $1.50 favorite roughly in this one against the Reds. Paxton versus Ashcroft. Paxton at the early part of the season was giving up a ton of walks but limiting runs. Now he seems to have dialed in the walks a little bit. On this one, Reds have not been fantastic by any stretch of the imagination. They lose another one to San Diego. They got the first game of the series, lose the next couple on that one. Reds have been an absolute struggle fest offensively. Now, so were the Dodgers the last couple games, and they were struggled against Cincinnati in LA. I think a little bit of payback in this series is going to happen. We like the Dodgers in this one, even though they're about $1.50 favorites. So let's give you those bets in the Dodgers game. Dodgers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers -0.5 a run, first 5 innings, -1.5, front 7. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman will be the batters we're on in this game. Betts, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Freddie Freeman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Freddie's on a little bit of a cooler as well, so maybe he breaks out of it here in Cincinnati, as he did have good success against Ashcroft. So one more time, Dodgers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over the team total. Dodgers -0.5 a run first 3 innings, -0.5 a run first 5 innings, -1.5 the front 7. Betts, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Freddie Freeman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, Giants, Mets, also 7-10 Eastern Time, 4:10 out here in Phoenix. Harrison versus Scott in this one. Giants had a couple big comeback victories against the Pirates in their last series. Now traveling to New York on this one here. And the Mets are somehow favored in this one. $1.30 favored at that. We don't think so on this one here. So we would lean to the Giants, take them at plus money in this one. Scott has not been great whatsoever. Not that Harrison's been a stellar, but Scott's been getting blown up multiple spots. So we would lean to the Giants in that particular game as well. Next game up, 7-10 as well out here in Phoenix. 7-10 out east, 4:10 here in Phoenix. One of these days I'll get my brain checked, guys and girls. So on that one, Twins versus the Rangers in Minnesota. Ober pitching versus Urena in this one. Twins are favored, $1.40 favorite. Not quite sure why, because they have struggled mightily here, probably the last 10+ games. I mean, they did have that 12-game winning streak, but that's been the highlight of the season. It's been a bunch of losing streaks otherwise. Rangers about $1 plus $1.20 on the money line here. We do like the Rangers. Also plus 1.5 runs, a little juicier, -170-ish, but well worth the play as well. We like the Rangers in that one. Next game up, 4:10 out here in Phoenix, 7:10 Eastern Time. We got Red Sox, Brewers. Brewers couldn't beat the Marlins, and they had multiple leads, but the Marlins ended up beating them out. They're not scoring runs like they were. They're struggling to score 3 or 4 errors of late. Boston's offense, on the other hand, is kind of taken off a little bit. Cutter Crawford against Wilson. We like the Red Sox here. They're about a $1.40 favorite almost. Like them there. Also like them -1.5 on the run line. All right, then we get into the next game. It's going to be 4:40 out here in Phoenix, 7:40 Eastern Time. Orioles, game 2 of the set, as they're playing game 1 a little bit later as we're recording this. Game 2 of the set against the White Sox. Orioles, for the first time in a couple years, get swept by the Cardinals, no less. Offense was struggling. There's no other really way to put it besides. It was like if Gunnar Henderson didn't hit a home run, they weren't scoring. That's kind of how that series went against St. Louis. Now they go to Chicago, play on the south side here against a team that's definitely way beneath them talent-wise. And not only that, they have their ace on the mound, Corbin Burns, against Flexen here. The Orioles are a 250 favorite or higher for a reason. So we're rolling with the Orioles here, even though you're going to have to pay the lumber. It's definitely worth it. Also, we'll give you all the bets in this Orioles-White Sox matchup. So Orioles, money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles -0.5 a run, first 3 innings, -1.5, front 5 and front 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson and Mountcastle both with good success against Flexen. So we'll take Gunnar Henderson homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Same thing for Mountcastle, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time in this Orioles-White Sox game. Orioles money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles -0.5 a run first 3 innings, -1.5 first 5 and 7. Gunnar Henderson homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ryan Mountcastle homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up. Cubs, Cardinals, 5:15 out here in Phoenix, 8:15 Eastern Time. Shota's pitching, though, against Mikolas in this one here. Now, Mikolas, the last few times out, has actually been somewhat decent. He was horrible well before that. Shota, though, has been phenomenal. And if it wasn't for the crappiest bullpen maybe in the major leagues, Shota would probably have 8-9 wins and probably be looking like he's still a Cy Young candidate, but Ranger Suarez has really taken off so far this season for the Phils on this one. Cubs are about a $1.40 favorite here on the road. There's a reason for it. Shoto's, like I said, been phenomenal. Cardinals offense has struggled to score runs anyway, and then you put a dominant pitcher out there, should lean even more their direction. So we are going to roll with the Cubs with a little hesitancy as well, as they offensively have struggled on that. But we do have a couple of guys batting-wise that have had good success against Mikolas. Also, we will have more bets on this game for Shota when it comes to pitcher props. But unfortunately, those are not posted yet. So just make sure you check out our Google Sheets at the end of the show or on our channel pages on TikTok or YouTube, and you'll be able to get all the updated bets. But so far on this one, Cubs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over their team total. Cubs -0.5 a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Dansby Swanson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Nico Horner, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. We hope Horner's back at the top of the lineup. I know Counsell's supposed to be a great manager, but this seems like the same shit that David Ross was doing last year. When it's a right-handed pitcher, they had Horner deeper in the lineup. When it's a left-handed pitcher, they had Horner at the top. Horner plays better when he's at the top of this lineup, and that's where he needs to be. So hopefully we see him there tomorrow as well. But one more time, the bets in this Cubs-Cardinals matchup. Cubs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over their team total. Cubs -0.5 a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Dansby Swanson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Nico Horner, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, 8:40 Eastern Time, 5:40 out here in Phoenix. Phillies, Rockies, hottest team in baseball, Philadelphia Phillies. 37-14, folks. They're on pace for over 115 wins. Phenomenal start by the Phillies. On a team that normally starts extremely slow, they have been pounding away at this one. Let's see here. So it's like a Sanchez versus Block in this one here. It's no surprise the Phillies are a $2 favorite. I don't know why you wouldn't like them. Even at a $2 favorite, they've been well worth the play all season long. Also, a -1.5. Their offense is 100 times better than what the Colorado offense is. Pitching-wise, much better than they are as well. I mean, starting-wise, now the bullpen can get a little dicey occasionally with the Phillies, but the Rockies struggle with the starters and the bullpen. So Phillies here on the money line. Phillies -1.5. I would look couple other spots we might look for some value in this one as well. Alec Bohm, again on the batting prop side, going against the left-handed starter is definitely a plus there. So we'll look for him as well in that game. Next game up. Let's see here. We've got looks like we got 4 games left here. So 9:38 out here, Eastern time, 6:38 Eastern, or out here in Phoenix. I can't talk. 9:38 Eastern, 6:38 here in Phoenix. Guardians, Angels. LT Allen versus Sandoval in that one. Guardians 33-17, folks. If you haven't noticed, through the first 50 games of this season, there's 16 games over 500. The Angels at 20-30. They've hung around. I'll give them credit. I thought for sure by now they would be looking at maybe had 15 wins, but they're up to 20 as they continue to play well on the road. Here's the one kicker about the Angels. Worst home team in the league, and it's not even close. They have been an absolute disaster at home. Guardians are favored here, about a $1.18 favorite. Hop all over the Guardians. Take advantage of the home team not playing well at home. Also, -1.5 runs there as well as plus money for the Guardians. Next game up, 6:41 out here in Phoenix, 9:41 Eastern time. Diamondbacks, Marlins. Diamondbacks showed a lot of grit in the games against the Dodgers. Main reason, I think, well, first of all, Ketel Marte's been fantastic all season. Jock Peterson all of a sudden decided he's going to be a hitter that everybody thought he was going to be 10 years ago. And Corbin Carroll, the missing piece, has finally seemed to have awoken. So Diamondbacks $1.78 favorite in this one against Garrett and the Marlins. Marlins had a fantastic run at home there against the Brewers. It was unreal in that one. But with Garrett being the left-handed pitcher here, expect some firepower from the righties, I guess, in this one. Ketel Marte, the switch hitter. We love Ketel. He's been more than solid all year long, so getting on Ketel Marte props probably a wise idea. Christian Walker, expect him to have a great game as well. Diamondbacks, about a $1.80 favorite almost with Zach Gallen on the mound. No surprise. Take the Diamondbacks. Take a couple batter props in that one we just mentioned. Also, Diamondbacks on the run line as well, -1.5. Next game up, 6:41 out here in Phoenix, 9:41 Eastern time. Astros head to Oakland to play in front of 500 fans. Astros against the A's. Stripling for the A's. Justin Verlander for the Astros. Astros did struggle with the Angels at home, but the Angels much better on the road, like we talked about, than they are at home. Astros only a $1.60 roughly favorite in this one. Like the Stros, Stripling's been getting absolutely just crucified his last few starts as well. So do like him as well in this one. So we would run with the Stros on the money line and the run line in that one. Also look for Kyle Tucker to keep mashing the ball. We'll probably look at some Kyle Tucker batter props. Last game of the night, also 6:41 here in Phoenix, 9:41 Eastern time. All the beloved New York Yankee fans have to stay up late for this one as they play the Padres. First game of the set in San Diego. Darvish versus Carlos Rodon. What a pitching matchup, right? Rodon's pitched all right. Darvish has been dominant here lately. And the Yankees are favored. I know the Yankees were super hot. They played a Mariners team that struggles to score. They played the White Sox before that. I don't know how they should be favored in this one, especially with Darvish pitching. I think the wrong team's favored here, so take the Padres and take the plus money. Also, Machado and Tatis against Rodon, probably some pretty good odds there, batting prop wise. And Darvish, expect him to probably go, 6 innings. I would think outs recorded on Darvish might be a great play as well. But play the Padres. You can also get plus 1.5 runs if you want a little cushion, and it's not like minus 300 to do so. So that's the way we lean there. So if you want a chance to look at all of our bets, see them in black and white, the bets we made, what juice we got them at, how many units we wagered, what book, it's so easy to do. All you have to do is click on the link to our Google Sheets. You can find those in multiple spots at the end of every YouTube episode that we do. Also on our TikTok and YouTube channel pages, all you have to do is click the link for the docs.google.com/spreadsheet. It'll get you right into our betting ledger. Then select 2024 baseball, scroll down to May 24th, and you'll be able to see all of these bets we just went through as well. So make sure you do that when you get some time. If you want to make life easy to find us, real simple to do. All you have to do is hit subscribe or follow, depending on what social media platform you're watching us on, and we will show up in your subscriptions tab or followers tab when we drop a new episode of Bets. Or if you want to make life even easier, turn on those notifications for the social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.